Do you have a business idea? How big is this idea? Does it scare you? Then guess what? You are on the right track. Hello again and welcome to another episode of Today's Entrepreneurs. Today on the show, we have a young, vibrant, energetic man coming to share his story on how he started his businesses, the Governor Brands for African Print, Reading Warehouse Library. He went on to start an investment partnership, Fortune Investment Services, and runs a charity, Peace and Love Foundation. My guest today is Bernard Boateng. Welcome. My name is AKI OKUMO, and this is Today's Entrepreneurs. Hello, Bernard.
Hi.
Welcome to Today's Entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you on. Thank you for the wait.
It's a pleasure to meet you once again.
Anyways, let's just go straight to business. Tell us about yourself. How was growing up like, the family?
Sure. So I'm the first person. Yeah.
The firstborn?
Yeah, the firstborn in the family, and I have other siblings.
Okay.
So we are 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want people to call me an entrepreneur. So mostly I don't even mention my name, but then I'm Bernard. And
Okay.
everything about me is business. Business. Family business. I talk to family business. Everywhere business. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So let's just get to know what sparked that business in you.
Okay, so I think I was in senior high school, and then I was not so good in reading. People asked me, I said, I like calculations. I like calculations. So one day my dad bought a book for me by Pastor Mensa Otabil, By the Future. So I was reading the book. It was about Isaac and Jacob. I was reading the book, and then to some point I realized how Isaac maneuvered to, do a lot of things. So I said, oh, okay, if that's the case, then I want to read more. So I had the notion that Isaac wanted to start something that Esau was not ready to.
Yeah.
So from there, I just perceived in mind that I can do a lot of things, only if I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do all things.
Yeah.
If you believe.
Yeah.
Since you started, how has the journey been like? Let's talk about Governor Brands for African Print.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
What do you do? How did it start?
The journey is always not easy. Yeah. But thank God, with perseverance, consistency. Yeah. I was looking for a nice material for myself. So I was always going to town to check for African print.
Okay.
My problem was that anytime I decided to put on any African print, people would complain, oh, we can see your inner showing.
Okay.
So I was like, so is it that they can't find something that can, better than this one? So I just decided, okay, let me also start and see. Maybe it's so difficult for them to do it. So I went around to look for materials, and then I started producing it myself with the little capital that I have. Yeah.
So you say that you make the print.
Yes.
Or you sew them into clothing. Which do you do?
So I usually buy the t-shirt already made t-shirt, but in a quality one, and then I would do the design.
Oh,
inside.
Okay. So like the ones that have maybe the African map,
exactly,
and those things.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes,
so like branding, but with African
print. Yeah.
Okay, I now get the name.
Sure.
Governor Brands for African Print.
Exactly.
Great.
Sure.
Great. So why aren't you in one
today?
Today's business.
Today's business. One of my icons is always, in as much as he's into venture capitalism and other business, he still wants to brand his body. So usually this is how I dress.
Okay. Even though you sell.
Yeah, even though I sell.
Great. You went on to start something that I find really intriguing. Reading Warehouse Library.
Yes.
And you say it's digital.
Yeah.
I want to understand what exactly is Reading Warehouse Library.
Okay, so Reading Warehouse is a factory of books, all kinds of books, any kind of book that you want to read.
I'm surprised for someone who didn't like reading before.
Yes.
Let's go on.
Yeah, I didn't like reading, like I was saying, until I realized how important it is to read. And one thing about me is I always want people to benefit. Let's move together.
Okay.
Let's grow together. I don't want to. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. We always hear their stories and was like they were working with some people and then they drop up and now and now if they were still with Steve Jobs, like they are earning 30 billion, and I don't want that story to happen to me.
Okay.
So I always want to share with people so that we all move together. So I was reading day in day out. I was reading, and I was sharing it with people. I conducted a survey to ask, do you like reading? And I realized that even friends around me, almost like 5% like reading.
Okay.
The rest all are not so interested in reading. So I said no. It's maybe because they don't know the kind of books to read, or they don't have any desire in reading at all.
Yeah.
So, and the best thing is, my dad likes reading.
Okay.
So he has a package full of books.
I see.
And as a businessman, he asked me, what can we do with these books? So I went around and said, okay, you bought this book 40 CDs. When you are done reading, the cost is zero. Your profit is zero. So we can also establish a warehouse and then borrow the books to people and earn
something
out of the book.
Good. So let's say I want to come and pick a book from Reading Warehouse Library.
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
You have to subscribe first.
Okay, so it's like a website?
A website,
yes.
Great. Yes. Okay. You subscribe to it and then you select the books you want according to the price.
Okay.
So if you want to read 4 books, it's 35 CDs.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not even like just one book going for 35
not at all.
CDs. It's 4 books.
4 books, yes.
Okay.
For 35 CDs. So wherever you are,
you deliver the book to the person, and then after a while, you go and take it back.
Yes, exactly a month.
Oh, a month.
A month, yeah.
Okay.
So
that's like putting a little bit of pressure on people to read.
Exactly, to read. Yeah. So
that's about it. So let me ask this.
Okay.
So I come for the book. What do you do when the person defaces the book? Or I think that will be a challenge.
That is one of the major challenges myself I'm facing.
Yeah.
Yes. But like I usually do when you're coming for the book, I mean, like we are talking, I will just give you all these cautions. Please make sure, but I have created an avenue. The profit necessary is not for us to do anything with it. Okay. I only take the 35 CDs from people just to serve as a backup to buy more books should in case
something happens
to the books. Yeah.
So what are the kinds of books you have, from academia through to novels,
Christian books, business books, entrepreneurship books.
Okay.
Yeah. And then research books. I have a lot of graduate research books around.
Great.
Yes.
Where do you keep all of these books? At home?
I have a library here.
A library?
Library, yeah. You walk to my room, the first thing you see is a library.
I see.
Yes.
Great. Let's move on to talk about another venture you are into. It looks like you have levels of things that you do. Fortune Investment Services.
Yes.
What do you do?
Fortune's Investment Service is an investment package for a confused person in our country where, in quotes, we don't trust bankers. We don't trust banking firms now. we don't trust venture capitals because of what is going on.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's an investment package for a confused, elderly person. Yes.
I'm interested in the term confused.
Yeah.
How do you mean by that?
Yeah, I was reading this book, Investment for Oddly Confused.
Okay.
Yes, that's a person who has money, but don't know what to do with the money.
Okay.
Yes. So what I decided to do is to create an investment firm.
Okay.
Yes, an investment firm, not a physical asset firm. Yes, but this one I liaise with an investment banks in Ghana. So what I do is that I design a package. Yes, so you subscribe to my package, and then I will give you a portfolio that can suit you. So for example, a first client that worked to me wanted to invest, but don't know
which area
yes.
invest in.
So I will engage you and then know he was a student.
Perhaps your interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he was a student who is about to complete university. Obviously, he has thought of, doing his masters.
Yeah.
So I opt for education fund for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you invest in your education.
Yes. True. What other areas? I don't know much about investment.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is like a learning something for me.
Sure.
Which other areas can one invest into?
Okay, so we have M fund. M fund is called mutual fund.
Okay.
Yes, in our investment world, it's the shortest investment portfolio one can invest in it.
Okay.
Yeah, you invest with a high interest rate, but for emergency reasons, it is an investment portfolio that you can withdraw your money as soon as possible.
Okay, so like a period of
a short period. Like
3 months?
3 months, 1 year. Yes, you can. Even a week.
Wow.
A week, yeah.
You can invest the money.
You can invest and then withdraw it within a week. Yeah, for emergency reasons. Yeah. And other investment portfolios. Yeah.
Talk of the education fund.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah. Like how do you want to?
Let's say I want to do my master's.
Sure.
So whilst I'm in school, I put down money. And then after, do I reap some profits?
Yes, you reap some profit.
What is the percentages?
For now, with DataBank, for example, the percentage is 14%
of the money.
Of the money,
yes. So how long have you been doing this for?
Almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years.
2 years.
When did you start? How many years now since you started all your businesses?
2016, so almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years.
Yes. 2016. Immediately I was about to complete university. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I must say you are doing really well for yourself.
Thank you.
Great. As an emerging entrepreneur.
Sure.
Yes. What are some of the challenges you think young people face when they want to start businesses?
One of them is low confidence. I'm not going to say money.
Wow.
I'm not going to say capital.
Because I think capital is...
No. Capital is not the problem. It's low self-esteem. That is one of the major problems.
Low confidence.
Low confidence.
Not trusting your business enough.
Yeah. Being discouraged by a few words that people say. Yeah. But, I'm saying this because here is Africa. Entrepreneurship, we are not the founding fathers of entrepreneurship. Yeah. Everything started from the Jewish. Yes, they are actually the entrepreneurs of our time. Because they touch everything.
And then it flourishes.
That's all. Africa is like we are typical Gentiles who are trying to,
But then there are some great people. Let's not even talk about the great ones.
Yes.
I want us to focus on those up and coming.
Yes.
I would think that money should be
the major.
Because let's say I just completed from school. I've been supported all this while by my parents.
Sure.
Even if I have saved something,
let's be
realistic. Definitely, if I want to start something, I should think about capital. But you're saying that it's low self-esteem.
Yeah, so let me explain.
Okay, go on.
You see, in our modern world of entrepreneurship, we have a lot of investors available for you. We have a lot of investors available waiting for you. All that you need to do is to pitch your ideas to them, and then you are good to go. The most amazing thing about an entrepreneur is that you have to be patient and start small.
Okay.
So if you think you want 1,000 Ghana cedi, 2,000 Ghana cedi before you can start business, then you are not an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you need to start so small.
So like 100 cedis.
100 cedis.
If I want to sell, let's say, clothing.
Yes. You know, the reason why you need to be patient and start small is that you are obliged to fail as an entrepreneur. If you're not ready to fail, there's something wrong somewhere.
Ah, I see. What are that?
So low self-esteem.
Okay.
Yes. And then the last one is giving up.
Giving up.
Yeah. So easily.
And let explain.
Okay, sure. So for low self-esteem, you know, whatever you do in our society now, expect somebody to tell you, you are too knowing, you are this. If you don't receive all these kind of messages, then you are not going anywhere. Let people say something about you, good or bad.
Yeah.
Let it come. When it's bad, you need to change. When it's good, it should keep your confidence level higher so that you keep moving.
You are launching a book soon.
Yeah.
From reading, growing your craft, your businesses. Now you have written. Have you finished the writing process?
I'm done.
Okay. Business rules for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You see, I just asked that you give off a strong vibe.
Yeah.
Someone would say, how do you know that you want to write a book? Isn't it too early for you to write a book? Tell us.
Okay.
At what point did you reach and then you decided that I have to write a book?
Okay, so one hot afternoon, I was about to complete university and then I was doing my long project. So my supervisor was putting pressure on me. Charlie, if you don't send it on this date, remember you are not going to graduate. So I was just doing a lot of research. I will send it and you tell me this is good, but somebody like you, I'm expecting you to.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of research until one day I walked to his room and he was like, all the works that you are doing, sometimes I sit down as a supervisor and I wonder how you are able to do all this research. Because when you submit it, I want to check your level of plagiarism in it. And I really don't see it that way. So I want to ask you how. So it just entered me. And I was like, does it mean that
you can do
I can do stuff like this? So I said, okay, you let me finish with my project first. So I finished with the whole project. One day I was there and that same person called me and was like, this project is yours because the level of reference in it is like 0.something%. So the whole work is yours. So why don't you start writing books?
Okay.
So my supervisor said this to me, why don't you start writing books? I said, okay.
You consider it?
I considered it. So I started to think about the kind of books I should start writing. This is not my first book.
Oh.
Yes, but the first one, it was just a soft copy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just give it free to people. I wrote a book, Think Well.
Think Well.
Yes, like 80 pages.
Wow.
Yes, and then I just gave it to people.
Okay.
It was the same person who was monitoring my. I mean, you send your research work to him, and then he will tell you this is the whole thing. So it was then I realized, okay, I can write a lot of books, only if I want to take it as a hobby.
How many pages is this one?
This one is 100.
100 pages.
Yes, 100 pages.
I see. It's still a number.
It's still a number. Even though a lot of people are saying I should cut it to 75 because I'm giving it to young entrepreneurs and they don't have to read a lot before they can grab the concept. And so I'm still trying to consider.
What are some of the core concepts or the core values that your book touches on?
Yes. One of them is passion.
Passion.
Yes.
Okay.
And creativity.
Okay. When and where will you be launching the book?
Okay, so I'm launching my book. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm launching my book at Pukwase ICGC Church.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm dedicating this book to God. Yeah.
Great.
Because of His creative power invested in us.
Yes.
So my first book is for Him. Yes.
Great.
Yes, at ICGC Gateway Arena, Pukwase, and then the date is 30th of September.
Oh.
Yes. 2018. It's actually Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Our time.
11:45 a.m.
That will be after the
after service. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we are
we'll
good
be
to
there.
go. Thank you.
We entreat each and every one of you watching.
Sure.
If you can make it, if you are around Pukwase, come by and let's pick something from business rules for entrepreneurs. What advice will you give to emerging entrepreneurs such as yourself? Because you've been doing this for a while.
Yes.
Maybe someone is out there and for some reason does not want to start. What advice will you give to that person?
Yes. I want to tell them that even not on this earth, when they die and go, God is going to ask them the reason why they failed to pursue their dream. So they shouldn't give up all because of what somebody said. Those words are there to encourage you. Pastor Mensa Otabil says that the negative words are there to motivate you. If you don't experience negative words in your life, you won't be motivated to do what you are doing. It's not a revenge. They are just a motivational words to encourage you to go up. So they shouldn't give up. They should start small and think big. They should think big and take big risks. Take big risks. Yes, take it. Walk to that big organization that you want to. Let them sack you. And then feel like, yes, they sack you because they know who you are.
You are intimidating them. Yes. I see. What are your social media handles? Where can we find you?
Okay, so on Facebook, it's Governor Bernard. Instagram is Governor Bernard. And I also have Governor Brands on Instagram.
Okay.
And then we have Tech Library Warehouse on Instagram. Yes. So I have a number of books available. You select the one you want. If you don't want to follow the online, you select it there and then you DM me. I'll give the books to you. So
before we go,
before
we play our game, let's loosen the business. Let's have some fun. Before we go, I'd like to say that we should all try and support our brother on the 30th of September at ICGC Gateway Temple. Gateway Temple at Pukwase. Please, let's make it a point to be there. But wait, I think we've skipped something. I think you have a foundation too, right?
Yeah.
Peace and Love.
Peace and Love, yeah.
How did you come by?
It's a charity. I love to read a lot of Jewish book because they are the founding fathers of business. Yeah, and they keep telling you, if you read the book of Torah, God says, give back. Yes, give back. When you get, give it back. Give it back to the people.
Let's play a little game before you go. We do this every time after the interview. Which color will you pick?
I want red.
Red?
Yeah.
Great. Red is wordplay. And I have, rearranged some words. There are words in your circle, so I'm sure you get them easily. Which word is this?
Growth.
Growth, wow! 1 out of the many. Which word is this?
Business.
Yeah, getting them really easy.
Successful.
At least think about it more. Only make them up a little.
Money.
Okay, I'm sure this one will give you a hard one,
Okay,
a hard
sure,
time.
Sure. Thrive. Should be able to thrive and strive.
I think I should have.
Profit.
Wow. Okay, yeah, you're almost done.
Economy.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, this will give you a hard time.
Yeah. Finance.
He knows all the words. Okay, our last one.
Vision.
Vision.
Oh my god.
Thank you very much, Bernard.
Yes.
Bernard, the entrepreneur.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's been an interesting conversation with you. So, we've come to the end of another interview, and I hope you pick something from Bernard here, because he has some really good insights. Also, the book is on the 30th of September at ICGC Gateway Sanctuary Church at Pokwase. Let's all make it a point. If you're around Pokwase at that time, come through. He said the book is going for
40 CDs.
40 CDs. That's an investment.
Yeah.
Okay, so come through, get a book, and better your craft. Once again, thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook at AKI_OKUMO, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And this has been today's Entrepreneurs. My name is AKI OKUMO.